What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kevin and I make videos on my 370Z Nismo. So if you're new, consider subscribing. If you're back, if you're an old head, welcome back. I appreciate you. We're almost at 1,200 subscribers, so don't forget to subscribe. You may be wondering, where have I been? Why haven't I posted? And I've been very busy. I've had a lot of things going on and I just have not had the time to pick up the camera. So today we're gonna make a quick video because I've been dying to make a video, and edit is something I enjoy doing. So we're gonna do that today, and maybe towards the end of the video you guys will know why I've been so busy and what is going on and what has happened since I've last posted my last video. So let's get on to today's video, and it should be a good one. So in today's video I'm going to go through what I've done to the car since I bought the car in 2017. It is 2021, so what better time to do it than the end of the year, the end of 2021, because I did do a lot of things to the car this year. And so this is gonna be like a full mods list. Up until 2021, I've never done one of these videos, and I've done a lot of things to the car. It's probably one of my most asked questions in my DMs and in the comments of what I've done to the car. So that is why I've decided to make a full mods list of the car. Let's get started, because it's a pretty decent amount of things I've done. I got my notes. I've got every single thing that I got for the car, starting from when I first got it to most recent mod that I've done to the car. So it's a long list. I got the price for every single item. I went back through all my emails and looked at the totals, the shipping and all that. So at the end, we're gonna have a total price of what I've done to the car. So if you're trying to go for the same look or kind of similar, give you kind of like a ballpark price of what it will cost to get your Nismo or Z to look like this. I don't think it's anything special, but I like how clean it looks. I'm a pretty simple guy, so there's a lot to come for sure, but like a hood, I still have the wing to add, which I have not, and I've had that for like over a year. So let's get started, because it's a pretty long list. Let's go. We have a special guest today, Riley. She is always the special guest, and yes, she's still here. She's still healthy and always wanting to play. So let's get on to the video. You ready for the video? Are you ready for the video? Let's go. Yeah. So like I was saying, there is a lot of things. Let's get started with the first thing I ever bought for this car, and that was the Moukey shift knob, which was $45. I got it on Amazon, and it's a pretty nice shift knob. I did not like the OEM one, so this kind of upgraded it, and it made it feel a lot nicer instead of having that round shift knob that comes in the Z's, which are pretty ugly. But this is the first thing I bought for the Z, and I thought it was cool. It was simple, and I was still learning sticks, so I didn't want to get too crazy with the first mod I did for the car. So Moukey shift knob, 45 bucks. So on to the second item I bought for the Z. It was the ISR non-resonated test pipes, which I can't show you because it is under the car. But from what I'm aware of, I believe ISR does not make test pipes anymore for the 370Zs. I'm not sure. Let me know down in the comments below, but I've heard that people can't find them anywhere. But that is unfortunate, because they were pretty affordable, and it just changes the whole sound of the car. So that is the second item I got for the Z, which was $156.32. Going off the ISR test pipes, the next thing I knew I wanted to buy was a Catback and a white pipe. I just stuck with ISR and went with the whole ISR system. At the time, I wanted a Tomei really bad, but it would not have been smart for me because it was expensive. And the ISR Catback, I think it sounds a little bit better than the Tomei. The Tomei is way too loud, but don't get me wrong, Tomeis are nice, titanium, all that, but the ISR was a lot cheaper and it was in my budget, so that's what I went with. And the price for the Catback was $607.60. If you guys don't know how an ISR single exit. I'm pretty sure you guys know how an ISR single exit exhaust looks like, but that is how it comes out. I wish it came out a little bit past the bumper, and I do have an extension which I totally failed to install because I don't know, it just didn't work. But that is the third item I bought for the Z, and I was very happy when I installed it because it was my very first exhaust I installed on a car. So the whole system, you're looking at like $700, which isn't bad for a whole exhaust system for a 370 or 350. I don't know if the prices are different, but I love this exhaust and I do plan on changing it. I kind of want the dual look again, so we'll see what happens. But the ISR the ISR was the third thing I bought. So the very next thing I bought for the Z was exterior. Whoa! After my exhaust, I knew I wanted to make the exterior a lot more aggressive. I went with the street arrow side skirts with the shark fin right over there, and I always get questions about my rear diffuser. It's nothing special. It is just the street arrow Nismo diffuser. I kind of regret drilling into the bumper because now if I ever decide to take that off, I'm gonna have huge holes in it. But for that, for the side skirts and the Nismo diffuser, I ended up paying $262.50. I believe it was like a Black Friday special, so I used the discount, so it was like it took off like $112 off the total. So for the side skirts and the diffuser, $262. Oh, we're back into the interior of the car, and as you guys may guess, the next one is the Brom seats. This is the thing that kinda not blew up my channel, but my Brom install did get a lot of views and a lot of good feedback. So that is the next item that I went with the Z, and actually Shay and her parents surprised me with these seats on Christmas, which was dope. So if you guys are watching, thank you, I love you guys. For the seats alone were $799. Yes, that is expensive for some car seats that you already have. Like, you already have car seats. Why do you want another set of car seats? Because they're red and they make the interior look sick. But for the seats alone was $799. That is not including all the hardware, the sliders, and the seat brackets that you have to buy to be able to install these in a 370. Starting with the hardware, that was an extra $12. The sliders, if you want to be able to slide back and forth, if you're short, if you're tall, I recommend getting the sliders. That was an additional $69 for both. And you also have to get the seat bracket to install the seats into the car, which is probably the most important thing you have to buy, which was another $280. The total for the entire install was $1,161.98. I did use a discount. I used low tech's discount. I'm not sure if it still works, but if you go on Brom and you type in low tech, then I think you get like 10% off. So I totally recommend that. Save some money because you are gonna have to spend extra money beyond just the seats. So yeah, the next thing on our list, and probably another video that kind of blew up and got a lot of views, was my admin tuning video, which I 100% recommend. I don't know how busy he is now, but during the time I got it, he wasn't that busy. I got a pretty good response time, which was good because now I hear that I have a lot of people DM me and asking me how long it takes for admin to reply back with all the files and stuff, and I've heard of people waiting for like a month or a couple weeks, but that's besides the point. For the whole tuning from admin was $925. Yes, it is a lot, but if you're doing a lot of things to your car, you might as well tune it so you can get the best performance out of the car. From what I remember, why it's $925 is because you have to buy this kit to be able to tune your car yourself. Just the dongle itself, I believe, is 300 bucks. You have to buy a key, which is another 300 bucks, I believe. And then you have to buy, you know what? I'm gonna look this up because I do not remember. So I just looked up on Admin Tuning's website and the price actually went up $150. So I'm glad I did it when I did it because it was $925. So for the services, it is $300. For the ECU Tech cable kit, Bluetooth kit, right here, it's $325. For the license, the ECU Tech license, that is another $300. And plus taxes, I believe it ends up being $1,075. So if you want to tune your car through admin, it's going to be $1,075. So the price went up, but when I bought it, it was $925. Riley wants to say hi to you guys, so hello. She's so cute. Next on the list that was a pretty big project that made me kind of nervous to do was the headlights. And yes, I love the way it turned out. I was very scared of opening these up and just customizing them the way I wanted them. But I did the housing black. I believe these are called the bezels. I made those like a kind of like a candy red. I added demon eye as well as halo lights, the dual halo lights, which look insane. As well as I bought this honeycomb Z lens from someone locally. I found it on Facebook, I think, for 50 bucks, which was a steal because they look insane in there. But an estimated cost for the headlights, for everything, the paint, the clear coat, the demon eye, everything was $426.06. So if you're looking to customize your headlights, look to spend nearly $400 to $500 on customizing your headlights. I'm sure there's a cheaper way to do it, but if you want to do it yourself, it's a very cool project to do, and at the end of it, you're gonna be proud if you end up doing them correctly. So headlights, $426.06. So next on the list, sorry the engine bay is kind of dusty, but next on the list were my Z1 cold air intakes. I went with the black and red, which ties in very nice with the inside of the engine bay, and that was $545.95. I'm pretty sure all these prices are including shipping. So if you're looking to buy Z1 cold air intakes, they are $545. Next on the list, and a question I get a lot in my DMs as well as the comments, I made a whole video of what size spacers I get. So if you guys keep asking me what size spacers I got, just go watch the video. It shows you and explains why I went the size I went with. But if you don't want to go and watch that video, for the fronts, I got a 20mm spacer, which looks insane. I think it's like the perfect spacer for the fronts. And for the rears, I got 25mm spacers, which makes the rear look insane. I love the way it kind of pokes out just a little bit, not too much. And when you lower it, I think the fitment is perfect. So the front's 20, the rear 25, and this is how the car looks with the spacers. The price for both the front and the rear was $230 from Z1. So if you're looking for spacers, Z1 has some pretty good spacers, 20, 25, $230. So if you guys haven't seen the video where my wheels got stolen, go and watch that after this video. But that is another video that got a lot of views, and this next item explains why I got this and why I think it's important to have, and that is any car alarm system. But I went with the Viper car alarm, which was $317.99. So would I recommend buying a car alarm? If you live in a sketchy neighborhood, yes. If you think someone's gonna mess with your car and you want to get notified when your car goes off, I recommend getting Viper. I got the cheapest option. I believe I bought it at Best Buy and got it installed by Best Buy for free, which is the reason why I bought it at Best Buy. They did a pretty good job with installing it, so I haven't had any issues besides it going off when I unlock it sometimes. But other than that, it was $317. So if you're worried about someone stealing your wheels or messing with your car, get a car alarm. Totally worth it. Just kind of gives you that safety net of worrying if your car is being messed with. So $317.99. Next on the list, which was a sponsorship in a way, he gave me a little discount, but I believe his name is Jalisco. He's getting pretty popular on Instagram for his carbon fiber work, but I got these from him for $99. So if you go on his website and you buy these, they might be a little bit more just because it's not discounted. I got it discounted just to do a review, but as you can see, the carbon fiber looks good, very nice quality, and makes the car look a lot more sleek and a lot better. Instead of having white mirror caps, the carbon fiber adds some flavor. The next item I installed on the Z was my Alpine double din radio, and I 1000% recommend getting an aftermarket radio in your Z just because the OEM radio in the Z are outdated like crazy. But with an aftermarket, you're able to get Apple CarPlay, and as well as use it as like your GPS. I used to mount my phone right up here, and I just didn't like it because I couldn't see the map. The steering wheel got in the way. So I recommend getting an aftermarket radio, which was $374.78. So if you want to upgrade anything in the interior, I recommend a double din being one of the first things you upgrade. The next thing I got installed on the Z, which made me a little upset. Well, not a little. It made me upset to the point where I would not recommend these people to do anything on my car ever again. If you guys haven't seen that video, go watch that. But that is when I got my vinyl wrap on my roof, wing, and lip, as well as my tint. The tint, I believe I did 20 all around, and the front windshield, I want to say 35 or 20. It's pretty dark, but I love the way it looks. It looks really sick in person, but I would not recommend them to do any vinyl work. The tint was okay. It got the job done, but I would not recommend the people I went to wrap any car for anyone. But that was $600, which is insane to me. I think it was a little overpriced, but I got it done and I paid, and I would never be going there ever again. So for that job was $600. I'm sure you guys can find someone more reliable and a lot cheaper to do. Obviously don't go too cheap because they will mess up your car, but I'm sure you can find a better price than $600 for tint and wrap. So that was the next thing I got installed onto the car. Onto probably my favorite mod I did to the car, and that is my coilovers. If you haven't seen my coilover install video, it's probably my favorite video I've made on the channel just because it was challenging and I've never done it before, and I was just happy I was able to do it by myself, even though it was challenging. If you go watch it, you'll see the struggle, but I ended up loving the way the Z looks. I'm glad I went with coilovers and decided to finally lower the car after sitting on the coilovers for like a year. I finally decided to grow some balls and install the coilovers, and now the Z looks super sick. But for the coilovers, I got them for $954. I believe I got it on Throttle's website, which they always have a discount code. So if you're looking to save some money on coilovers, go to Throttle. I'm pretty sure they have a discount code on their homepage, and you can put that and get some coilovers for your car, your Z, or anything like that. On the topic of suspension, I went with the Z1 camber and toe arms. I did an install on those too, and that was a total of $438.90. So if you need some camber arms and toe arms, I recommend Z1. After I installed the camber arms and the toe arms, I got an alignment done. I believe I got a little bit of camber in the front, and in the rear I'm pretty sure it's 0. So it's just regular alignment. The handling is so much better. So I recommend Z1's camber arm, toe arms, or any camber arms will do the job. But if you're looking to save some money and not spend too much, that was $438. So the last item I plan on installing on the Z for 2021 is this carbon signal Nismo add-on wing. I believe that's what it's called. If you Google it, I'm sure it'll pop up. But I've had this for over a year, and it's been sitting in my basement for a very long time, and it's just collecting dust. So I think in the next video, I'm gonna be installing this and finally seeing how it looks on the Z, because I think it's gonna look insane. But I bought this from someone locally. He gave me a very good price. I found it on Facebook, and I talked to him, and he was good with letting it go for a good price. So I got this for a whopping 500 bucks. I think is a very good price. If you know anything about carbon signal, the shipping alone costs more than the part, which is insane to me. But that completes what I've done to the car in 2021, besides this, which I will be doing in the next video. So stay tuned for that, because I think it's gonna make the Z look a lot better. So I tested the add-on onto the wing, and the fitment isn't the best. So I'm gonna have to do some magic and make it fit and make it look good. But besides that, the total, I did not think I spent this much on the Z. But thinking about it, this is throughout 5 years of having the car, so it doesn't seem like a lot, just because it has been 5 years since I've had the car. I've been adding all these things to the Z, but the total for everything that I've put into the car is $7,558.41. So if you want your Z to kind of look similar or anything like that, look to spend a pretty good penny on getting your Z to look the way mine look. I mean, you can make it look a lot better and maybe save money in other areas. But if you're looking to kind of make your Z look like mine, then you're gonna be spending a pretty decent amount of money. But that is going to be the video, guys. I hope this video helped you guys out to see how much it takes to get your Z looking the way mine look. I'm not saying my Z is the best Z out there or the best looking Z, but I think I do have a pretty clean Z, and I've gotten that from many people. So if you're looking to buy any of these parts, hopefully the price kind of gave you a ballpark of how much you'll spend. Besides that, stay tuned for the next video. I will possibly install the carbon signal wing and make the Z look a lot nicer. But besides that, I've had a lot of things going on, a lot of big news, and one of them is I did get a new daily. I will not show you guys probably until the next video. So stay tuned for that. I think it's a pretty cool daily in my opinion, and I could do mods to it if you guys want me to. I think it would be so sick to mods onto this secret car that I got. But besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it helped you guys out. Besides that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.